Hey, welcome to Mark's Garage channel. This is Missy. This is my 47 GMC. I've been working on this for over a year. If you want to see how far I've come with it, go check out my old videos and please like and subscribe. Hey, welcome back to Mark's Garage channel. So a friend of mine stopped by yesterday. We got the hood on. It was definitely a two-man job. I couldn't have done that by myself. And it lines up pretty good left and right. But it's a little too far back for the pin to drop in the hole. So what I want to do, I got to take the clip off anyways, so I can get the lacing on, or the welting I think it's called. So I have some welting that goes around here, and there's a gasket in the back against the inner fender well that's got to go in. So I'm going to take this clip off one more time. I think to do that, I'll put it up on jack stands and take the tires off, slide my rig in, and just pick it up and move it back. See if I can get the gaskets on and put it back in place, and then work all the alignment that's necessary. So we'll see how that goes. So I thought it'd be easier to take the clip off with the tires off. So you see me at the front axle on jack stands, and now I'm moving the lifting beam into place. All the bolts that connect to the firewall have been removed already, and it came out, the clip came out as I expected pretty easily. I guess the hard part's going to be putting it back in, but now I've exposed where I had to put the gaskets. Well, I got the clip off again, but I hope you can see there's enough light to see what's going on here. So I put this neoprene gasket in here to cover this. I'm going to have to cut that off. It's a little too long. That's not a problem. And I believe it mates up under here. I'll put another neoprene gasket from here to here, and then they rub together. And that'll keep out any, I guess, splash from the tires if I ever drive in the rain. But the lacing, or welting rather, goes across here, just around here, between the fender. And I got to put that in. And before I do that, I just want to wash this with a little soap and water and a Scotch-Brite pad, and then oil it up before I put all that other stuff on. And that way I don't have to try to work it in, you know, after the fender's on, the clip's on. So I'm going to get that now. Well, there's really not much to say here. It's just me washing the side of the truck with soap and water. But I figured I'd talk through it as opposed to playing the Zydeco music, which I really like. But I'd like some feedback. If you'd rather hear music than me talk, please let me know in the comments. So I got the welting pie cut, they call it. I only found one video on how to do this, so I'm taking my best shot at it. Basically, I'm going to tape this in place with masking tape until I can get it pinched in properly with the clip to the cowl when the time comes, when I get it in place. I got to do this to both sides before I go and put the clip back on. Something tells me it's not going to hold in place that well. Try it this way. So that's one side. I also have this piece of neoprene in. I left it hanging. I'll cut it off later. So there's the welting. Of course, it's already peeling up, so I'll put that back down. I'll go do the other side before I try to put the clip back on. Now, attaching the clip It was a little trickier this time. So I had to line up there's 6 holes in the inner fender that had to line up with the firewall. So I threaded studs through the inner fenders and tried to get them to go through the firewall. And you can see I go back and forth probably 15 times. I go over to the passenger side and try it over there a couple times. And I come back. And I finally got it. And then I tightened them up. And then what it doesn't show is after I got them all tightened up, I sat and put all the bolts in that go around the lower cowl. And then once that's in, I kind of called it a day. Okay, the clip's back on. Now the welting, I got to adjust it a little bit. It might be a little bit short on that side, but I can make it up if I pull it. I can stretch it. I can get that extra inch that I seem to be missing there. But here's where the big adjustment comes. As I pull the hood down, take a good look. So here's the pin, there's the hole. Get it from the side. Looks like the radiator support needs to be leaning about 1 inch forward. And to do that, there's some adjustment bars that connect to this bracket here from the firewall, which will push on it. And I'm going to loosen up everything and put those bars in, but I'm going to do that later. So I'm going to sign off for now.